Hey everyone, welcome to the King Angel Show, and if you're returning, welcome back. This is Coffee, the News, and Us today. You missed me, huh? I can see it in your eyes, even though I'm not seeing you. How's it going? Howdy. It's been a while. Very happy to be here. Like I said, this is the King Angel Show. We do reviews, live streams, and discussions about a wide range of topics. Here on Coffee, the News, and Us, we read the news, we watch videos, reviews, check out what other people say about topics. We learn a whole bunch as well. We've covered a wide range of topics, like I mentioned: science, space. We read from allthat'sinteresting.com, Good News Network. Did a little bit of everything. Very happy to be here. Like I said, it's been a while. It's all my fault. I apologize. If you do follow the show, you've seen that I have posted notifications for live streams, but some of them have not occurred. Haven't been in the the best headspace, but nonetheless, things are looking a lot better. Won't burden you with my grievances, but what I can say is it does seem like there's some type of light at the end of the tunnel, which is always great. And in regards to the show, I have a sub channel now for true crime. I opened up a TikTok and a YouTube that's attached to the King Angel Show, and it's going pretty well. Not gonna lie. Same format, but we read from True Crime Daily and watch any news that has information in regards to the case that we're looking at, that we're reading about. We also get a glimpse of who the perpetrator is, and they normally show like evidence and different things. But it's going pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm clipping the news articles that I read and posting them on TikTok, and not gonna lie, it's going pretty great. So that means I opened up a sub channel for Coffee, the News, and Us. I have mentioned it here before. I might have to change the name at some point because I might start a job soon, and it's gonna be in the morning. So and it's like really early in the morning, the start time. So I won't be able to do the format that I'm doing right now, unless I do it on the weekends, or like Friday, for example, which is the plan for now. Just instead of doing it Monday and Wednesday, I was going to do it every day, but I was planning on changing it from Monday to Wednesday, doing Coffee, the News, and Us, but I guess I'm going to have to change it to maybe Friday and Saturday. Who knows? I'll let you guys know by the end of the week. Just join the Discord, and I will keep you up to date. But yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm excited. A lot of people like true crime, and the articles I read are up-to-date articles, so it works out for the best. I want to be able to do it more frequently, so given the fact that I already do true crime at night anyway, I might just stick to that and do it 2 days a week, maybe like Monday and Wednesdays instead of just Wednesdays. We are going live again tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so you can catch me reading some true crime for you. But it's not on this channel. You would have to look for the sub channel, which is KAS, which is a King Angel Show, True Crime. Boom. You can find that link in the description box of this live stream, or you can go into my YouTube, into the same parent channel, which is the King Angel Show, and you'll be able to find the sub channels for Coffee, the News, and Us, and for the True Crime channel. And on top of that, it's my first live stream on that channel, so it's gonna be great. I'm excited. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight, July 26th, 2023. You already know where to find me. For the King Angel Show, again, this is the parent channel. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. I am canceling the Twitter account. It's just, there's nothing happening there. It's just a bunch of scammers and bots, and it's the same thing repeated over and over again. I'm not interested. I have a Patreon. You can support me. That's $2 a month. Patreon that you can subscribe and support me. That sounds a lot better. $2 a month. You get access to all of the content for all 3 channels. True Crime, the random topic days that are exclusive for Patreon members, and Coffee, the News, and Us. Not all episodes, but you have access to them on the parent channel, but audio versions of specific episodes that I think that are worth hearing. You have access to a whole bunch of other benefits, Twitch channel points, private Discord channels that are only for Patreon members, access to reaction review videos that are only for Patreon members, a little bit of everything, like pictures that I upload, and try to keep it as interesting as possible. Again, I am a one-man army, so I do everything myself. From the recording of the videos that you see behind me, all the way to the logo, graphic design, video editing, the whole shebang bang. It's more right here, me. So let me know what you think. You can find my videos on YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'd be great. You can like my videos, comment on them, let me know what you think. Share it out to your loved ones. Same for the True Crime channel as well. I'm trying to make that one, go big. I'm trying to make it pop. And I can only do that with your help. So you can subscribe to that channel if you're interested in true crime. If you are more on the positive side, Coffee, the News, and Us. We read interesting, good, weird, odd, and informative news. Trying to keep it as lighthearted as possible, but sometimes the topics that we discuss here on Coffee, the News, and Us can get pretty serious. So yeah, can't always promise a completely positive experience, but I can promise you an informative one, and one filled with as much information and as much emphasis on learning something new as possible. Because you learn something new every day. At least that's what they say. I think that's about it. I mentioned Patreon, Discord, you already know. I changed the name to the King Angel Show and added some sections for each individual sub-channel. So feel free to join the Discord using the link in the description box or in the About section if you're watching me on Twitch. Same for Facebook as well. You can also find, like I mentioned before, all the links to all the other channels. So there's no excuse for you not to subscribe. Last but not least, I am on Threads, like I mentioned before in the King Angel Show, so follow me there as well. Trying to make that community grow. And that's about it. If you're hearing the audio version of this, that means that you're a Patreon member. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Oh wait, I did miss something. See? You can support me over on Twitch as well. You can subscribe to my channel. I'm not sure how much it is, but you can use your Amazon Prime, and that would help me out immensely. You can also just follow me on Twitch as well. That also helps, and you will be notified when I go live, and you'll never miss a live stream. So that's always great. We will start Coffee, the News, and Us today with allthat'sinteresting.com. There are a few pretty interesting articles here, and we'll take it from that point on. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Your support means the world, and let's start this shebang bang today. Like I said, allthat'sinteresting.com. Okay, so I wanted to start with this one. This sounds interesting. So, written by Austin Harvey, edited by John Kurowski, published today. No, I'm sorry, July 24th, 2023. My bad. Hold on, let me take this bar off. Title reads, ancient open-air dance floor designed to mimic the sound of thunder unearthed in Peru. Reading from allthat'sinteresting.com, and it says archaeologists believe that ritual dances performed here were meant to pay tribute to the weather gods of ancient Andean lore. Shit. Okay, so we have an image here. Archaeologists in Peru have discovered an ancient sounding dance floor designed to create a drum-like sound when stomped on, possibly in honor of a thunder god. The ancient dance floor was found at the Viejo Sangayaco site, roughly 125 miles southwest of Lima, and likely constructed sometime between 1000 and 1400 CE, according to a study recently published in the Journal of Anthropological Archaeology. The floor was still in use during Inca rule from 1400 to 1532, and it may have even been used during the early years of the Spanish conquest. According to the sole author of, I mean, if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. Quick reminder: I'm from the Dominican Republic. I live in California. Lived here for quite some time now, but I was born in the Dominican Republic. I am a proud Caribbean man. And when I say if you know, you know, we didn't ask for that conquest. I just want to put that out there. And neither did the Incas, and I'm pretty sure that neither did anyone that was conquered at some point. Pillaged. We didn't ask for it. So, be on the same page there, because a lot of people seem to be under the impression that this was for the benefit of those people, and you know, there were plenty of habitants in all these countries that were conquered. So it's not like it was empty. They didn't stake a claim. They didn't stake a flag there, and you know, there were no human beings around. I saw this really funny comedian. Saw a short video on TikTok, and he explains that the people back then, they conquered because they had flags, and other the countries that they would conquer did not have flags, and that was like the whole excuse. So in this case, the Spanish conquistadors would they would arrive at that land, and the natives that were already there, just like looking at them, like, you know, hey, you know, we're here. The Spanish were like, oh, we conquered this land. Put a flag in. When the natives asked, hey, you know, this is our land. It's like, oh, do you have a flag? And the natives respond, no. And the Spanish then use that excuse, quote unquote, to conquer the land and pillage them. Rob them of everything. Hey, listen. Truth is truth. Can't deny reality. I said this before. Can't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. So, moving on. It says, according to the sole author of the study, Kevin Lane, an archaeologist with the Instituto de las Culturas, IDECU, of the Universidad de Buenos Aires in Argentina, we have here a specifically prepared percussion surface, in essence, a type of sprung or sounding dance floor, composed of different types of soil, ash, and camelid guano to create a floor surface able to shock absorb. In effect, recreating a large drum on the ground surface. The unique design of this sounding platform alternates between 4 layers of camelid guano and 4 layers of clay, with the materials being strategically placed to create a percussive sound. The gaps within the guano layer create a deep bass-like sound encircling the dance floor, which is roughly 33 feet in diameter. Archaeologists said the Viejo Sangayaco dance floor was likely created to mimic the sound of thunder, as Andean cultures believed in various gods connected to lightning, rain, and thunder. I believe that these open platforms would have been used during the pre-Hispanic period as a stage on which to venerate the nearby mountain gods, in this case those of Huinchocruz, Lane explained to the Art newspaper. The dance floor itself was built on top of an open-air platform, close to a second one, which may have once been the site of an Inca temple dedicated to the lightning deity. Lane suggested that the close association between lightning, rain, and thunder may have also played a part in the performance, with Andean wind instruments accompanying the large drum. Holy shit. So they just stomp as hard as they could and it create those sounds. I wonder if they tried it out. The archaeologists that found this. Dance was a major component of pre-Hispanic Andean rituals, Lane explained. Archaeologists believe the platform was constructed specifically to heighten and enhance the natural sounds associated with dance. We reckon the platform could have held up to 26 people dancing in unison, making for a loud thumping sound, Lane said. He also noted that dust raised up as part of the dancing may have been a visual feature of the dance. Given how pervasive dance-based rituals were in Andean societies, the discovery of this dance floor also raises the possibility that other Andean sites contain similar constructions. Could you imagine that like nearby settlements of Andean people all did the ritual at the same time, or one started and then the other one would start, and so forth and so on? It's dead of the night. You could hear everything. So with the combination of the drums and the stomping, bro, it's one hell of a party. And I think that they would be able to hear that somewhere else too. I mean, why not? We already knew this from sites like Chavin, but even during the late pre-Hispanic period, it is possible that many sites had sectors specially prepared for this, Lane said. Researchers have also recently studied another site in Peru, Huánuco Pampa, for its use of sound. In 2015, an acoustical field survey around the central platform of Huánuco Pampa revealed an advanced understanding of acoustics among the ancient Inca. Per a 2018 report, the survey showed that Huánuco Pampa's central platform served as a multi-directional communication tool, allowing Inca elites to observe and influence activities across the site. See? In essence, the Inca were particular about creating structures that carried sound far and wide. Sound was evidently an important part of the pre-Hispanic Andean culture, both in practical and ritualistic terms, and the findings at Huánuco Pampa and the Viejo Sangayaco site offer further insight into how these societies utilize sound in their daily lives. The sounding dance platform is a fantastic find, and it shows that, aside from instruments, the human body and the landscape could be employed musically, Lane said. It also brings past sounds to life, especially given that the past is mostly silent and lost to us. Oh, no video. Let's see. Interesting. Let's see if maybe we can find a video. Sometimes we're lucky, and when I copy paste the title, something will pop up that's not from All That's Interesting. Let's see. No. The article is here. It's the first one that comes up, but let's see. This is the same article. Trying to see if there's any video. Maybe they recorded on the site or something, but no. Nothing there, so we're out of luck on this one with the video. Moving on. Okay, we'll read this one. Allthat'sinteresting.com. Incredible Viking longhouse, the size of 2 tennis courts, unearthed in Norway. It says, written by Kalina Fraga, edited by John Kurowski, published July 24th, 2023. It says, archaeologists in Sem, Norway have uncovered an array of post holes that once made up the foundation of a grand Viking longhouse. It's an extraordinary building, archaeologist Christian Loksen Rotsrud raved to Science Norway. And we haven't excavated the whole thing. Post holes were a standard feature of Viking longhouses. The ones discovered at Sem suggest that the longhouse was 52 feet wide, though archaeologists are still working to determine its length. The house likely stretches across a nearby road and into another field. I expect the house is much longer, Rodsrud speculated to Science Norway, twice or 3 times as long as it is wide. Well, if so, then the Viking longhouse could have been once as long as 150 feet, meaning that it was once a truly remarkable structure to behold. But that's not the only extraordinary thing about the Viking longhouse. As Science Norway explains, the proportions and structure of the longhouse are very different from that of standard Viking longhouses. In most prehistoric buildings, the roof is supported by load-bearing posts inside the building. In the longhouse in Sem, however, the walls seem to support the roof despite the great distance between them, and outside those walls are more post holes, suggesting that slanted walls also supported the roof, or perhaps that there were passageways running along the sides of the building. What's more, archaeologists aren't 100% sure what era the longhouse belongs to. They've hypothesized that it was built during the Viking Age, which is between 800 CE to 1066 CE. But it's also possible that the structure is older. That's because archaeologists also found pottery at the Sem site, which appears to date from the early Iron Age, which is 500 BCE to 800 CE. If these shards are not random, the house is much older than the aforementioned houses from the Viking Age. Jess Martins, a Museum of Cultural History archaeologist and project leader for the excavation at Sem, told Science Norway. In that case, it's quite a sensation. To determine its age, archaeologists will evaluate seeds and charcoal at the site using radiocarbon dating. Meanwhile, they have plenty of other things to study from the excavation site in Sem. Archaeologists believe, that's huge. It really is. Wow, is it really just 3 football fields? Where does it say it? Oh no, it's the size of 2 tennis courts. I don't know. This looks a lot bigger. Maybe it's the perspective of the image, but 2 tennis courts. Maybe it's only this little bit right here. But if it's this whole portion starting up here all the way to where the picture ends, this is a pretty big amount of terrain. And if you notice, right here to the left, those are 2 houses. And I mean, those they look like really big houses. So it's not like a 1-bedroom house or anything. So maybe this is the excavation site here. Or maybe it's only the gray patches. That could maybe be 2 tennis courts worth of that excavation site that they're talking about, but I don't know. Maybe they just plowed through all this to be able to excavate, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Archaeologists believe that Sem was once a seat of royal power in Norway. Nearby, a farm worker uncovered a cache of gold coins and gold jewels dubbed the Hohen Hoard in 1834. And in 2014, 2 metal detectorists working at the site uncovered coins fragments of a shrine, and a piece of a decorative Bronze Age needle. What has been individual finds for us until now suddenly becomes part of a larger story, Roderud explained. This allows us to begin telling the story of the region in a different way. We are in a seat of power here. Near the Longhouse, archaeologists also found traces of average people. They found evidence of a number of houses from between the 4th and 6th centuries, as well as cooking pits. The archaeologists speculate that the cooking pits were once used for parties because of beads they found inside. And lo and behold, a couple of beads appeared in one of the pits, Rodsword told Science Norway. It's not everyday fare in a cooking pit. It suggests festivities and revelry. And midsummer. Automatically, that's the first thing I thought about was with the description that I just read here was like a midsummer feast. Yeah, like thinking like weird things sometimes. I've had the thought in my head of things that people find now, and the archaeologists and all these discoveries, and they find like pots and stuff and different things, and sometimes I like to imagine that it's someone that was carrying a whole bunch of like plates, but one of them fell and they didn't even notice, and that's what ends up being found. Or I don't know, someone was just like writing shit on a wall because they were bored, and that's what we find, you know, a whole bunch of time later on, and you know, hundreds of years later, and we're studying it, trying to figure it out, and who knows if that was just some like gibberish that someone wrote on on just like a piece of like a wall or something, or I don't know. Oh, thank you so much, Scordelet, for following. I'm sorry, I apologize. I was just like talking there and whatnot. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day. Okay, so we'll continue. He added, at times, larger celebrations were held, and animals were slaughtered. People drank, and political decisions were made. They probably brought the food into the longhouses and ate and drank there. So maybe a beaded necklace was lost in the process. See? It's like a drunk escapade, and the person didn't even realize that they were missing their necklace. And hundreds of years later, that's what's found. People are studying it and trying to figure out who it belonged to and what period of time it's from and whatnot. While that person back then was like, damn, I lost my necklace. Okay, this is out. Researchers will now study the objects they recovered from the excavation site and are hopeful to continue exploring more in the area. Okay, you know what I think has me with that sort of imagination? I don't know if you've ever seen a Drunk History, but it has like takes on, obviously, historical facts, but from a drunken perspective. And if you haven't seen it, there's clips on it on YouTube. I'd highly recommend you watching it. It's really funny, obviously historically accurate, but with a twist. So that's where I get the imagining those situations from, I guess. All right, last sentence says, the secrets of the site, the Museum of Cultural History noted in a press release, will now be unearthed. Dun dun dun. Oh shit, listen to this. Wait, hold on. This is another... oh wow, this is actually not that far off in time. Allthat'sinteresting.com. Title reads, a 1,100-year-old Viking grave was just uncovered in southern Norway by a family renovating their house. Written by Austin Harvey, edited by John Kurowski. Published July 13th, 2023. Before I read this, dang it, I had a tip of my tongue. The Terracotta Army. if you're not familiar with the Terracotta Army, it was statues and figures that were created in honor of the emperor. This is a very long time ago. I actually have a full. It was a Saturday show when I used to do the Saturday ones that talks about the Terracotta Army. But the reason why I mention it is the way they were found, the actual, we'll call it gravesite of where all of the statues were, was by accident. It was two men that were climbing up a hill, and then they were digging for something. I don't remember what it was specifically, and they found the entrance to it, and that led to probably one of the most important findings of the, like, in the history of China. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very it's probably one of the most lucky situations that someone could ever find themselves in. Crazy. And it probably like 60, 70-year-old was the age range of the two men that found that extremely important site. Called it grave site because that's actually what they called it before they found out that it was actual statues. They thought that they had found what was like the emperor's gravesite, but no, it, lo and behold, was something even bigger. Because not only did they find the statues, but they also found, and mind you, each statue is carved differently. The faces each match what would have been an actual person, but each statue is completely different, has the different facial expressions. So you can tell that it was done in a personalized way. Very interesting. They found like pottery. They found like armor there as well. Figures of like horses, like actual statues, chariots. Very interesting. It's a Terracotta Army. I highly recommend. You can watch the videos here on my YouTube. Just go into the video section. You can write Terracotta Army because there's a search bar, and it'll take you right to those videos. Very interesting. If not, there's plenty of documentaries online as well that you can check out that go into great length of explaining a lot more about the army. But if you want to check out my video, I thank you for it. Search bar, Terracotta Army videos. Boom. Going back to the article. It says Oddbjørn Holm Hayland, was digging in his yard to prepare for a home extension when he accidentally unearthed a 9th century Viking burial site rife with artifacts. Holy shit. Dude, look at her. She's just like... I guess it is on her property, so I don't know how the laws work in Norway, but dang, she could have at least worn some gloves. She's not wearing gloves, but she's holding what resembles the top part of a sword. She should have worn gloves or something, because that's history right there. If she sells it to a museum, dude, she is set. She is set for life, and her generations are set for life. Again, I don't know the laws in Norway, but for example, I know people in Dominican Republic that have found historical artifacts in the same way, and yeah, the government pays a lot of money for it. Hopefully, they'll make a bag with this, and not only her kids will be good, but her kids' kids will be set for life. Yeah, it is a Viking sword. Okay, just right here. A man in Setesdal, Norway, recently unearthed an 1100-year-old Viking warrior's grave while digging in his yard to build an extension on his home. I wasn't going to dig a lot, just a little bit in the slope behind the house to get more space between the house and the land. Oddbjørn Holm Hayland told Science Norway. As Hayland removed the first layers of grass and topsoil, he came across an odd oblong stone, though he thought little of it. The next layer of soil, however, revealed something even stranger, a piece of iron that looked strikingly similar to a blade. I looked at it and thought, this looks a lot like a sword blade, Hayland said. And then when I released the contents of the digging bucket, the hilt of the sword fell out. After re-examining the oblong stone, Hayland realized that it was actually a gravestone. After some quick Googling, Hayland found images of a nearly identical Viking Age sword discovered in a different part of the country. That's when I realized that this must be some Viking stuff, Hayland said. Damn right. Okay, so they show a picture of the sword hilt. Okay. Yep. Looks like it's been there for a very long time. At that point, Hayland stopped digging, set the relics safely aside, and called county officials the following Monday morning. A day later, county archaeologists Joachim Winterval and Joe Simone Frusag, I'm sorry if it's Frusag Stokey from the Museum of Cultural History in Oslo made the trip to Hayland's property to observe the find. I immediately cleared my schedule and made some calls to see what was possible to get done, Winterval said. Joe Simone and I went up there together to have a look at it, and it was quite clear that this was a grave. It is a very rare find, very exciting. Speaking with Life Science, Winterval explained that the archaeologists were able to date the burial to the late 800s or early 900s CE. We have a good record of how the fashion and the shapes of sword handles developed in Norway, from early ages up to more modern eras, he said. Comparing it to other known sword handles, we believe this sword is from the late 9th century to the 10th century. Along with the sword, archaeologists uncovered a lance, glass beads, a gold-gilded belt buckle, and a bronze brooch. Researchers believe that the artifacts likely belonged to a Viking warrior, though no remains, human or animal, have been discovered at the site. It's very rare to discover weapon graves from the Viking Age, and this grave is a little richer than we are used to. The objects are also a bit better preserved than what we normally have to work with, Stokey said. Maybe, just hear me out, maybe that was like a secret stash place that he had. And he knew the coordinates because he had put certain like rocks and stuff. I don't know. I'm just imagining shit. But I mean, really, if there's no human remains or animal remains there, one could only imagine that. Yeah, maybe it was a weapon stash. He dug it up there. He's like, no one's gonna find it here, and there it stayed until this person dug in their backyard and found all that. All that weaponry. Listen, it doesn't sound far out that could have been the situation. I mean, why not? It could have easily just been a secret stash place, and who knows? Maybe there's more weapons around there as well. Maybe that's a weapon stash for a small army. Maybe like a passing Viking army that was gonna conquer another part of Norway or something, and they just set up that small place there. But who knows? Maybe they settled somewhere else. They forgot about it. They never came back, and now someone's gonna make money off of this. Ka-ching, ka-ching. It's crazy, dude. People find like the weirdest things, and I've never found something like that. Now, I mean, obviously not to this point, but you know, there's people that find like money in the streets and shit. I've never found money. No, actually no. I've never won anything either. Bull. I won a pair of tickets once a few years ago. That's it. I've never won anything besides that. I've never found anything like this or money. Yeah, there was someone I know that was like just like walking randomly down the streets, and they found like $300 like wrapped up in a thing, just like out of the blue. No one around. Jeez. Okay, so Winterval said it's a bit too early to determine if these two sites are connected, but it is interesting that they are relatively close and have almost identical finds in them. Graves have historically served a variety of purposes, usually spiritual, but in Viking society, visible graves served as a way for descendants to claim ownership of the land surrounding it. Burying is done by the descendants of those who have died. They are claiming the land where the person lies, Stokey explained. A pattern that we see is that you bury those who have owned land near the farm, and often in a spot that is easily visible from the nearby roads. These are our relatives. We lay claim to this land and have done so for generations. This is the function of the visible grave. Here's a picture of the oblong stone used to mark the Viking grave. A person may have been buried whole or had their ashes laid down in the grave, but so far, Winterval said, researchers have yet to find any burnt bones. Right now, we don't think this is a grave that was meant to be visible at a great distance, Winterval said. These types of graves might have a more family or private function. More digging and research still needs to be done in order for the archaeologists to gain a more thorough understanding of the grave's purpose and who had been buried in it. Ideally, Stokey said, they could find a bone, which might offer clues that there's a person buried at this astounding site. I don't know. I stick by my theory. Pretty interesting. They didn't have a video. Okay, we'll read this next one. This is some fucked up shit. Yeah. Listen to this. AllThat'sInteresting.com. This was written by Austin Harvey, edited by Matt Crabtree, published July 21st, 2023. And it reads, Miami mom arrested for using a parody site to try to hire a hitman to kill her 3-year-old son. 18-year-old mother Jasmine Pius allegedly asked for her son to be taken away, far, far away, and possibly be killed, but ASAP. It's a picture of her. And it reads, a Florida woman accused of attempting to hire a hitman online to kill her 3-year-old son has been released from jail on bond by her father. 18-year-old Jasmine Pius of Miami is facing charges of first-degree solicitation of murder and third-degree using a communications device for an unlawful use, CBS News reported. Police said that Pius provided a photo of her son and an address along with her request and asked that the job be completed by the end of the week in her submission to rentahitman.com. Holy shit, dude. I would have loved to know obviously we know her intentions, but what she wrote originally on the Google search bar to have this pop up as the first option. She's like, oh shit, look at this. Rent a hitman. This is exactly what I need. Let me click on this one. Jeez. Okay, it says the site's owner contacted local authorities when the request came through. Investigators then traced the IP address of the computer used to make the request and quickly matched it with the address of the intended victim. Police found the child at home with his grandmother, safe and sound. The grandmother then confirmed the child's identity from the request. In the form, Pies allegedly wrote that she wanted to get something done once and for all by having her son killed. There was an additional request, too, to be taken away, far, far away, and possibly be killed but ASAP. Posing as a hired hitman, investigators contacted Pies to confirm the request and negotiated a $3,000 fee for the murder assignment. Shortly after they secured the contract, police returned to Pies' home and arrested her. Pies was jailed and granted a $15,000 bond by a judge, which her father then paid, leading to her release. Dude, her father's a bitch. I would have left her ass in jail. My parents would have left my ass in jail. Bruh. That's some weirdo stuff right there. Nah. Yeah, no, my parents would have left me in jail. Especially with a situation like this. This is crazy. I mean, it's a 3-year-old. Alright. So, NBC6 Miami spoke with Bias's father, who said in Spanish, "My daughter is not a monster. My daughter is a little girl who was born with health problems. She has liquid retained in her neck. She's had 12 surgeries. She lost the ability to move her face. She's been bullied in school. They called her the monster." Okay. I don't know, dude. That's not gonna hold up in court. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a lousy excuse. I'm not taking away from the fact that she had to go through all that during her life, but she willingly, did everything. Like, she searched for the website. She went into it. She probably had to create an account on it to be able to post or use one of her existing accounts. She had to go through all that trouble, and she willingly posted whatever she posted on that website. Should have left her in jail. I don't know. He's certainly not contending for Father of the Year. I can tell you that much. Not in my book. All right. Bias's father remains confident that there is more to this case than meets the eye, and that he believes the justice system will show the truth of the situation. The toddler, meanwhile, is safe with relatives, and the Florida Department of Children and Families was notified of the incident. Miami-Dade police also admitted that there was some delay in the investigation, in part due to the uniqueness of the case, because of the fact that it involved online allegations. So that's what caused a little bit of delay when he called a couple of times, said Miami-Dade police spokesman Alvaro Zabaleta. But then, once they were able to get a grasp on exactly what he was referring to and how this is playing out, that's when the call taker passed that information to the on-duty supervisor in the communications bureau. Robert Inez, who owns rentahitman.com, said that he had called the police department's non-emergency number 3 times before they investigated the case. The first 2 calls led him to Crime Stoppers. The third got detectives involved. I wonder if this is the first time that he's actually had to call the police, because I'm pretty sure she's not the only person that had that, incredible thought to Google something like this and find the website called rentahitman.com and put some crazy post there or some shit like that. I'm curious to know if this person has had to do this before, because if I were to guess, I don't think that it's his first rodeo calling the popo for an incident like this or similar to it. But yeah, hopefully it's his first. But yeah, I'd be surprised if it were. According to Zabaleta, once police began the investigation, they arrested Bias within hours. The Communications Bureau has been in talks with us all day because of the fact that this is so bizarre, where we can utilize this now and create a best practice because of the fact that, simply because you run into something that's a little bizarre and it's the first time you run into it, doesn't mean you'll never run into it again, Zabaleta said. This is not the... Okay. It's going to answer my question. So, this is not the first time Inez's satirical website has helped investigators catch would-be assassin renters. In June of this year, a teenager in Iowa was arrested for using the site to attempt to hire a hitman for the assassination of a 7-year-old child. Holy cannoli. Wow. Despite the site's several clues revealing the parody, you're unlikely to find a site to rent a hitman not on the dark web. A number of people have submitted what seem to be genuine requests for the site's services, quote unquote. The homepage of the website features several humorous testimonials and claims to be 100% HIPAA compliant, except in this case, HIPAA stands for Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act of 1964. To be clear, no such act exists. The site actually began as part of a short-lived business venture between Inez and friends, who wanted to start a cybersecurity company in 2005. They thought it would be a rather tongue-in-cheek way of advertising their services. Rent, as in hire us, Inez explained. Hit, as in network traffic, and men, because there were 4 of us. We thought it was funny. Yikes. When their plans fell through, Inez forgot about the site until a few years later when he decided to check its inbox and realized it was full of requests. To this day, he monitors the site's email for any requests that may be legitimate threats and alerts local police when necessary. Here's my question, though. What is the threshold of... Because the site's called rentahitman.com. So where's the line that has to be crossed before he would actually have to get the police involved? Because if you're going into a website that's called rentahitman.com, I mean, you're not going there to check out ice cream flavors. You know exactly what you're going in there for. So, I don't know, I'm curious to know, what's the threshold that Robert Inez in this case has that would lead him to go, okay, now I have to call the cops about this one. Okay, we have an example here, but think about it. Who knows how many things this person has seen on that website being posted? I mean, I don't think people are going into that website to post about how happy they are. They're trying to figure out if they can get someone killed. I don't know. It's a little bit curious. This one caught my eye. This is the website. Rent a Hitman. Oh my god. I mean, how would you even think that this is not a parody? Okay, well, we're still reading from allthat'sinteresting.com. This is the article that's attached to the previous article that we just read, and it's about the rentahitman.com. But this is the case that they were talking about towards the end of the article, and it says, teen arrested for trying to book a hitman online to kill a 7-year-old on a parody website. Published by, this was written by Austin Harvey, it was published by allthat'sinteresting.com. It's edited by John Karowski, and it was published June 9th, 2023, with an update on June 12th, 2023. Now, the owner of the Rent a Hitman website said he routinely gets suspicious requests and hands them over to the police. Okay, so this is it's happened a lot of times. I mean, why even have it at this point? I mean, just, I don't know, man. If it's routinely that you're having to hand information over to the police, it's just why even go through the trouble of it? We already know people are pretty dumb that they would think that this website, just look at it. So this looks like a website for, I don't know, like a photographer or something like that, or just someone that's trying to sell you some type of course or something. It's written with the most basic font. Rent a Hitman, your point and click solution, and it says we are 100% HIPAA compliant. Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act of 1964. Click below for your free consultation. Would have maybe led me to believe that, I should have put some real death threats on some. I mean, you shouldn't be putting that anywhere, period, let alone a website that looks like this. It says on top, congratulations to agent number 153 for retiring after 19 years of service. Bro. Dude, people are so gullible. And they're, I guess, so filled with hate that they don't realize that they're literally doing it to themselves. You're incriminating yourself completely willingly. It's the same as people that think that there isn't like digital footprints. It's like, bro, the things that you say, things that you comment, there's, as much as you want to erase that shit, dude, it's on the internet in one way, shape, or form, and it'll never be erased. So you gotta be mindful about stuff like that. It's crazy. A 17-year-old girl in Iowa was recently charged with solicitation to commit murder following an attempt to use a satirical website to hire an agent to kill a 7-year-old. Wow. As Des Moines Register reported, Des Moines Register reported, the Storm Lake Police Department was alerted by the owner of rentahit.com that someone had recently visited the site twice, each time requesting to put a hit on a young child. The request included personal information about the child, including their name, address, and where to find them. Damn. Government name and everything. This was not the first time someone has attempted to actually hire a hitman from rentahitman.com, and the site owner has routinely forwarded suspicious requests to police for further investigation. Using this information, police identified the would-be assassin renter and contacted her undercover of being the hired killer. After confirming that the 17-year-old did indeed want the child to be killed, police arrested the teenage suspect and gathered evidence from her cell phone. They determined that the suspect did pose a credible threat to the child's life. Thankfully, the child and his family were unharmed and unaware of the threat. People previously spoke with Bob Inez, the owner of rentahitman.com, regarding the site and how it lures in actual people who want to kill. That's crazy. Listen to the... There's a picture with the customer testimonials on it. They're all fake. First one reads, it's right here. It's a Phil M. from Florida. It says, Guido and his public relations crew at Rent a Hitman were able to resolve a 5-year dispute in a matter of days. Highly recommend. Laura S. from Arizona says, caught my husband cheating with the babysitter and our relationship was terminated after a free public relations consultation. I'm single again and looking to mingle. Thanks, Guido, and Rent a Hitman. This last one right here says, Fernando M. from Kansas. My business schedule is too busy to get my hands dirty with human resources issues, so I consulted with Rent a Hitman and they handled my disgruntled employee issue promptly while I was out of town on vacation. Gracias, Rent a Hitman. Again, all fake customer testimonials that are on that webpage. Can only imagine the people that were going in with with an actual desire to rent a hitman to kill someone, just reading these testimonials like, huh, this is wonderful. Oh, they sounds like I'm making a great choice here. I've come to the right place. Ugh, wow. Inez said that the site initially began as a tongue-in-cheek way to advertise a computer security company he had been planning to start with some college friends back in 2005. This is information that we read in the previous article. Rent, and just repeat this one more time. This is rent as in hire us, Inez explained. Hit as in network traffic, and men because there were 4 of us. We thought it was funny. Try to find any other information because they're just repeating the same information we just read on the previous one. So, Inez takes these serious requests and forwards the information to the proper police departments. As of last year, the site has led to at least 30 arrests and several convictions. One such instance came in 2010 when a UK woman named Helen Kaplan reached out to the site requesting to have 3 of her family members killed for allegedly cheating her out of her inheritance. She provided all of their information, making it easy for police to corroborate quickly. Kaplan was living in Canada at the time, where she was arrested and charged. She pleaded guilty, spent 4 months in prison, and was then extradited to the UK. A similar situation played out in November 2021, when a Michigan woman named Wendy Lynn Wayne attempted to use the site to hire a hitman to kill her ex-husband. Inez said he spends more than 20 hours a week monitoring the site for free, other than the occasional t-shirt sale or donation to keep it running. Damn. Crazy. If I were them, I would make a compilation of all those weird posts and stuff, and the people that go into the webpage to try to request that hitman and whatnot. I'd make a book out of that shit. Let me tell you something. It sell. I'd sure as hell buy a copy of it, because only to because curiosity is, it's like, I would love to know what the fuck they wrote to this person, like the just like out of this world requests that some people have, trying to off like family members and friends, or who knows, it could be like people there trying to off like their bosses and stuff like that, or it's like random people that they don't like and whatnot. Dude, it's crazy. Human beings are. Whew. All right, let's move on to this next one. AllThat'sInteresting.com. An Australian man and his dog survived at sea for 2 months before they were rescued by a passing helicopter. It was written by Austin Harvey, edited by Matt Crabtree, published July 19th, 2023. It says Timothy Shattuck and his dog Bella were sailing from Mexico to French Polynesia when a storm damaged their boat, leaving them stranded in the Pacific Ocean. In April, 51-year-old Australian Tim Shattuck and his dog Bella left for Mexico for French Polynesia. Several weeks into their voyage, a storm swept in and damaged their boat and its electronic systems, and they became lost at sea. It's a nightmare for any person, but miraculously both Shattuck and Bella survived, subsiding on raw fish and rainwater for 2 months before a helicopter found them by accident. Speaking with Australia's 9 News, Shattuck's doctor stated that the rescued man is stable and very well. Shattuck's 3,700-mile journey began in the Mexican city of La Paz, but after the storm knocked out his equipment and damaged his boat, he and Bella found themselves stranded in the vast and hostile Pacific Ocean, surviving on what he could catch. Shattuck's survival was more than just luck. Mike Tipton, an ocean survival expert, explained, "It's a combination of luck and skill, and also knowing, for example, as Tim did, that during the heat of the day, you need to protect yourself, because the last thing you want when you're in danger of becoming dehydrated is to be sweating." During the hot daytime hours, Shattuck shielded himself and Bella from the sun using his boat's canopy, and luckily, Shattuck had fishing gear on board, which allowed him to catch fish for the two to eat in addition to some existing rations. Still, fresh water was going to be an issue. It's common knowledge that you can't drink seawater, and, according to the National Ocean Service, the reason for that is the salt. Humans can, of course, eat small amounts of salt, most do daily, but that salt is typically vastly outweighed by the amount of liquid we consume. Ocean water, however, contains significantly more salt than most people could healthily consume, and human kidneys can only produce urine that is less salty than salt water, meaning the body would contain an excess of salt even after urinating. To compensate, the body makes you urinate even more water than what you drank, which can cause you to eventually die of dehydration. Fortunately for Shattuck, he was stranded in a warm tropical climate with plentiful rainfall. Raw fish and rainwater likely aren't anybody's ideal sustenance, but for Shattuck and Bella, it allowed them to survive for 2 months at sea. Holy shit. Granted, Shattuck was significantly slimmer than when he had left, and he now sported a thick beard, but it was far better than the alternative. When a helicopter accompanying a tuna trawler spotted Shattuck and Bella on their boat, it was a needle in a haystack situation, given how vast the ocean is. Still, Shattuck and Bella appeared to be relatively healthy and in good spirits, all things considered. "I have been through a very difficult ordeal at sea," Shattuck told 9 News. "I'm just needing rest and good food, because I have been alone at sea a long time. Otherwise, I'm in very good health." Tipton also pointed out that having Bella on board likely helped a tremendous amount. I think that may have well made the difference, he said. You're living very much from day to day, and you have to have a very positive mental attitude in order to get through this kind of ordeal, and not give up. Just imagine how dark and lonely it would have felt out there at night time. At present, Shattuck can only eat small meals, and doctors will have to keep an eye on him for some time as he weans himself back onto a regular diet. This has to have some sort of news or something related to it. Short video, but nonetheless. See on TV.
An Australian man and his dog have been rescued after 2 months at sea. The pair apparently... An Australian man and his dog have been rescued after 2 months at sea. The pair apparently survived by drinking rainwater and eating raw fish. 9 News Australia broadcast this footage of him being rescued by a fishing trawler. 51-year-old Tim Shaddock and his dog Bella set off from the KAS in Mexico in April. He intended to sail his catamaran to French Polynesia, but storms knocked out his onboard electronics in May. Tim was then left stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean until a tuna fishing boat's scout helicopter spotted his stricken vessel. Both Tim and Bella seem mostly healthy. They're now slowly making their way back to Mexico aboard the fishing trawler, where Tim will receive additional medical attention.
Wow. Crazy. I'll put another one. This is KARE11.com. Oh, nice. It's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's check out this video real quick.
Es la primera vez después de 3 meses que tocará tierra el señor Timothy Shaddock, quien es bienvenido y recibido por el presidente del Comar, don Antonio Suárez Gutiérrez.
He made it back to,
quien se dirigirá a ustedes para dar un mensaje, sus palabras. Y bueno, agradecer la comprensión por continuar con su trámite.
I feel really good. I've been struggling to sort, the health was pretty bad for a while. I was pretty hungry and I didn't think I'd make it through the storm, but now I'm really doing good. Thank you.
Damn.
It started actually in the Sea of Cortez and went out into the Pacific Ocean, and that's where I got found.
Damn, that's some castaway shit. Dude, good for him. Very happy that he was found, because it's crazy. Being stranded in the middle of the ocean like that.
She's amazing though. That dog is something else, I'm a bit biased, but yeah.
Oh no, one of the crew members has agreed to adopt Bella. Oh, so he's not keeping the dog. Damn. After all that, bruh. After having to go through all that trouble, you didn't even keep the dog. Damn. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Let's read something else. This is all news. It's all old. And I know it's old because I remember reading it here. Let's see. Let's check out Today in History. See what happened. So Today in History, July 26th. Wow, the FBI is created by U.S. Attorney General Charles Bonaparte. Oscar-winning actress Helen Mirren is born, and more. Okay. So, in 1847, Liberia proclaims its independence. The Republic of Liberia proclaims its independence. It was formerly a colony of the American Colonization Society, an organization created to return enslaved people to Africa. Liberia swiftly called upon the international community to recognize its sovereignty. Britain became the first nation to do so, but the United States didn't recognize Liberian independence until 1862. In 1908, the FBI is founded. U.S. Attorney General Charles Bonaparte creates a force of special agents within the Department of Justice, which eventually evolves into the Federal Bureau of Investigations, FBI. Bonaparte, frustrated at having to borrow Secret Service agents to investigate crimes, resolved that he needed his own investigators. Initially unnamed, Bonaparte's force became the Bureau of Investigation, BOI, in 1909, and then the FBI in 1935. 1945, actress Helen Mirren is born. 1984, Ed Gein dies at the Mendota Mental Health Institute in Wisconsin. Adios. Let's see, in 2009, Diane Sculler crashes on the Taconic Parkway. Diane Sculler crashes while driving the wrong way on New York's Taconic Parkway, killing all but one passenger. After going on a weekend camping trip with her children and nieces, Diane packed up her minivan and prepared to make the trip back home. A few hours into the trip, witnesses reported seeing a minivan driving aggressively, and another reported seeing a woman vomiting next to her minivan on the side of the road. The minivan eventually made it onto the Taconic Parkway, where it sped down the wrong way for roughly 2 miles, only stopping when it collided head-on with another car. 7 of the 11 people involved in the crash died. Jesus. Holy cannoli. Alright. Let's move on to UPI.com. This one has just weird random news. This one specifically, this is odd news. We'll check out another section once we're done with this one, but this was posted today, July 26, 2023. Actually, it's posted 45 minutes ago. UPI.com. It was written by Ben Hopper. And it says, Ohio construction crew locates time capsule under 26-year-old tree. I mean, that's not... Okay. But... Okay, hold on.
History of Austintown was underground and we brought it up.
Yeah, a time capsule buried beneath a willow tree was planted by a group of Austintown 7th graders more than 2 decades ago. It's now been recovered. It was removed during a construction project.
And the now retired teacher who led that class made it her mission to ensure that the time capsule was found, and she wanted to be there when they pulled it up from the ground. Here.
That's 2 decades ago. That's nothing. What is it, 26 years? What? What is it, the 90s? What, 90, 96, 97? That's not that long ago. Okay, in the grander scheme of things, it's not that long ago. Albeit, if someone was born in that year, it'd be 26 now, but, nonetheless, that's not, enough time for you to be able to look at a time capsule like that. There's a episode of It's Always Sunny that they find, that they dig out some time capsule that they had as well, but it was only 10, 15 years from the point where they found it beforehand, so it's not that long. Those people most likely still think about that time capsule from time to time. That's how recent it is to now. It's 26 years ago. Yeah, that's 97. It's a very good year. Björk released Homogenic that year. A lot of great albums came out that year. I don't know, man. Okay, let's finish watching this and then we'll read about it. But yeah, 26 years, that's nothing.
Here's First News reporter Nadine Grimley.
We found it was the main thing.
Even with the big hole in it, Peggy Bennett was thrilled to have this dirt-covered milk jug time capsule in her possession.
But it's a little bit wet. We didn't waterproof it, unfortunately, so it's a little bit wet.
Bennett's 7th grade life sciences students buried the time capsule under the willow tree they also planted in the late 90s.
So that willow tree was 26 years old, and now all the kids are like 39 or 40. In fact, most of the kids are from the graduating class of Fitch from 2003.
Bennett has been retired since 2012 and was a...
I graduated high school in 2002. It's not that long ago. Or maybe it isn't. I'm just lying to myself.
Emotional when she found out the willow tree her students helped plant all those years ago needed to come down as part of a culvert replacement project on Fitch Boulevard. She wanted to make sure the time capsule was still there and was there with trustee Monica Devers Tuesday as crews took it out of the ground.
These workers here worked great with us diligently trying to get this stump removed so that we can find it. And we did, and I'm just so happy that we did.
Bennett says she plans to dry out the time capsule's contents, which were mostly paper, to see if they can be read, and also hopes to grow new trees from clippings of the one that was taken down.
And we're going to try to start the willow tree again and maybe plant them in Austintown Park, because Monica Devers here, our trustee, she suggested that. So we came out and got them on Friday, and we're going to try.
In Austintown, Nadine Grimley, WKBN 27 First News.
Hi, everyone.
She looks so happy she found that. Yeah, 26 years, that's not that much. 50? I would have been surprised there. Something like 40, 50, 100-year-old like time capsule. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking interesting, but 26 years, I mean, dude, some of those people are probably like, oh, I forgot about that. Ugh. Trying to remember like old times, try to keep that part of their lives shut and find this time capsule, have to relive all that shit again. I'm good. 50 years would have been a whole lot better. That would have been a lot more interesting, because there's some story behind there, some history. You know, most likely, you know, a lot of them are still alive, but maybe some of them are not. You know, 26 years, yeah, there's a pretty big chance that at least 85 to 90% of those people are alive. Just saying. Let's read this next one. It says, a woman attempting to rescue parrot gets stranded on cliff. Same webpage, upi.com, written by Ben Hopper. And this says, this was published, July 26, 2023, today. A mountain rescue group in Wales said a crew responded when a woman chasing her runaway parrot ended up stranded on a high cliff. The Ogwen Valley Mountain Rescue Team said in a Facebook post that a group of parrot owners from Derbyshire, England, were walking in Eryri, a mountainous area also known as Snowdonia, and allowing their birds to fly when a peregrine falcon swooped into the area. One of the frightened birds flew off to escape the raptor. The owner's tracker showed it to be high on the upper cliffs of Glider Far, and she climbed up to retrieve it, the post said. Unfortunately, the parrot decided freedom was great and flew back down to the group unassisted, leaving the owner and her second bird now stuck. A hill party climbed to the base of the cliffs, and a team member then scaled the rock face, where they were greeted with a hello from the woman's second parrot named Jekyll. The woman and her parrot were safely lowered down the cliff and escorted down the mountain. This is her with the parrot. What did she think was going to happen, though? They're all assisting her. Look, they're trying to help her. The parrot's right on her, like on her backpack on the back. Alright, well, at least she got herself out that situation. Next one reads, Escaped Goats Overrun California Neighborhood. UPI.com, written by Ben Hopper, published July 25th, 2023. Before we watch a little video, it's a short little article. It says, police in California put their sheep herding skills to the test when they were called to round up a herd of goats that escaped their enclosure and took over a neighborhood. The Pinole Police Department posted a video to Facebook showing the Shea Drive neighborhood overrun with escaped goats. The goats were rounded up and returned to their enclosure. The ownership of the goats was unclear from the post, but the escape took place the same day Bay Area Rapid Transit announced it would be replacing its herd of fire mitigation goats with a flock of sheep. Damn. Massive unemployment. That sucks. But here's the thing. And talk about many times around where I live, there's a lot of farmland that has a lot of greenery on it. Sometimes there's like there has been like run down houses that just have like an excess amount of grass, and it most likely happens in other states as well. But you can rent goats, and they'll just take like a huge herd of goats. A dude sits on a chair with his phone, probably like watching videos or playing some games there, and all they do is they just eat all through the grass. That's it. Happy. They'll spend the whole day there. They'll sleep. Some of them just like lay down after they had like a whole bunch of grass. But they do a pretty good job. I don't know how the sheep are going to compete with these goats when it comes to their grass eating skills, but they do a pretty good job. I'm thinking that that's what happened. That maybe they just escaped from where they were and just ended up going there. I mean, if you can see the video, at least the image that it shows here, it looks pretty green. So they were hungry. And they thought to themselves, hey, we're already here. Might as well just munch up on some grass. 'Cause why not? If I had money like that, I'd probably do something similar. Probably have just buy like goats and have like a herd of goats. Rent that out. Goats are happy. I make money. We're all happy. Bro, it works out for the best. That's what's up. Alright, let's watch this video real quick from the Pinole Police Department.
There's nothing we can do until the herder gets here.
Wow. Look at the person in the car, like, I don't know how to get out of here. And the beautiful thing is they're not aggressive or anything. Like, they're just there. They're just trying to eat some grass, chill out, probably enjoying the sun. Bro. One could only dream of something like that. Sounds pretty good. Let me tell you something. I mean, I want to eat the grass. I'd probably smoke it, but it's still pretty good. Enjoying the sun. Very nice day. Again, the person in charge of the herd is just sitting there, just chilling. Huge hat on. Bam. Sounds like a pretty good deal. Let's move on to the next one. Listen to this. Iowa man balances guitar on his forehead for more than 1 hour 46 minutes. UPI.com. Written by Ben Hopper, published July 25th, 2023. An Idaho man with more than 250 Guinness World Records to his name attempted to recapture one of his previous titles by balancing a guitar on his forehead for 1 hour 46 minutes 34 seconds. David Rush originally held the record for longest duration balancing a guitar on the forehead in 2017, when he kept the musical instrument in place for more than 10 minutes. He then recaptured the record in 2021 with a time of 1 hour 24 minutes. The record was broken in August 2021 by Cristian Roberto Lopez Rodriguez, who balanced his guitar for 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 14 seconds. Rush's latest attempt ended is being submitted to Guinness World Records for official recognition. See this little video? If it has copyright music, you know I'm muting the music.
Hey there, folks. It's David Rush back with this week's Guinness World Records title attempt. Come on! For the longest duration balancing a guitar on the forehead. I've broken this record a couple times before. Back in 2017, I went 10 minutes, and it was painful. I had to reclaim the record in 2022, where I went an hour and 27 minutes.
Dude, that's some devotion right there, bro.
With a time of an hour and 38 minutes. Today, I'm announcing I went 1 hour, 46 minutes, 34 seconds to reclaim this Guinness World Records title. It is absolutely excruciating. The neck, the legs, the arms, the back, keeping the body relaxed yet taut is difficult. The pain on the forehead was excruciating, and it did not like it. I got a blood blister on my forehead after this welt formed.
Damn, that's pretty big.
If you like these videos, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. It was really oddly satisfying to see. I kept wondering if he had like something attached to the guitar on top or something, but no. Seems like he legitimately balanced the guitar on his forehead for an hour and 46 minutes. Hey man, good for you. Gotta live your dreams. Next one. World's largest tattoo honors rapper Takeoff. UPI.com, written by Ben Hopper, published July 25th, 2023. This one says, a group of Atlanta tattoo studios teamed up to pay tribute to rapper Takeoff and break a Guinness World Record with a tattoo measuring 79 square feet and 6 square inches in area. Wouldn't it just be an artwork, in this case a portrait or a painting, because I don't know, it's just based off of the image of the video. I mean, it looks extraordinarily big for it to be tattooed on someone like this. Would, I mean, you'd have to have like your whole body, like literally the whole thing would have to fold. So I don't understand, like, why is it a tattoo? I understand it's made in a tattoo studio, but wouldn't a tattoo imply that it is on actual skin, as opposed to it not being? Then it would just be like a very, very beautiful piece of artwork. I don't know, I'm confused. Okay, well, the artist from Atlanta Inc., Iron Palm Tattoos, and Pessé Noir used synthetic silicone skin as a canvas to create the gigantic image of Takeoff. Real name, Kirsnick Kari Ball, was killed outside a Houston bowling alley in November 2022. One of the artists, J.R. Outlaw of Iron Palm Tattoos, said he wanted to honor the memory of the rapper, who was also an Atlanta native. I just want people to reflect on him as a person and his legacy in music and in the city, Outlaw told WANF TV. The finished tattoo was examined by a Guinness World Records adjudicator and confirmed to be the world's largest tattoo artwork. Okay. Because it's for rapper Takeoff, I mean, I know for a fact that this is going to have copyright music on it, so I don't want to. I'll make it a little bit bigger, but I'm gonna mute it because you know how it is.
Largest tattoo art in the world, towering at more than 12 feet tall. It's actually bigger than this wall. In real life, it's insanely large.
Yeah, very big. Well, the group behind it used the same technique that they would tattoo human skin, but instead they used silicone. as a canvas instead. Atlanta News First reporter Amanda Rose, she spoke with a group celebrating a very huge accomplishment.
J.R. Outlaw is making
That's really
history.
nice,
the tattoo artist working at Atlanta Ink in Grant Park
That's
now
what's up.
holds the Guinness World Record for the largest tattoo artwork ever created. This over 12 feet tall and over 7 feet wide design is the finished product.
We just wanted people to get a feeling from it, you know what I mean? Because that's what artwork is. It's supposed to make you feel something.
If you're a fan of the hip-hop group Migos, you probably recognize this is the face of rapper Takeoff. The 28-year-old from Atlanta was tragically shot and killed outside of a Houston bowling alley in November. Outlaw, shattered by this great loss of musical and creative talent, wanted to honor Takeoff's memory the best way he knew how.
He is Atlanta. He is like what Atlanta is. He's the best of us.
Next came over $30,000 worth of materials, ink, and more. A big chunk of that money used to buy this custom-made silicone canvas from a local production company. This squishy and rubbery material is made to look and feel just like human skin, and it's made like any other tattoo using the same ink and same needles. Believe it or not, the sheer size of this thing was a complete accident. Something co-owner of the tattoo shop, Christian Verrett, recognized after 6 months of hard work may have smashed a world record, and he was right.
This is something big, and then when Guinness acknowledged it, it was like, wow, like this really was something big.
As Outlaw and Verrett continue to celebrate this huge accomplishment, they say it isn't the size of the artwork that matters most. It's the man it honors, whose legacy can't be measured.
I feel like Migos and him, their impact on the culture was larger than life. You know, it changed the world.
In Grant Park, Amanda Rose, Atlanta News First.
ATL. That's crazy. Still confused though. Still a little bit confused as to the like why it's a tattoo, but you know what? That's neither here nor there. It's an incredible piece of artwork, and in honor of a rapper that was taken away from the scene too soon. Migos are pretty dope. Hell yeah. As a trio, as like their own like solo careers and whatnot, dude, they're awesome. Pretty awesome. I may not be such a fan of like the lyrical part, but dude, they make some sick production beats. Hell yeah. Shout out to Migos. But we'll move on to the next one. It says Powerball players. 1 million numbers came from store name race cars. People are just so lucky. Jesus. UPI.com, July 25th, 2023 was when this was posted. Written by Ben Hopper. I've been playing the lottery, dude, for so long. I haven't even won, like, the most I've won is like $2, maybe. But, damn. Why? I just don't understand why people choose to have their pictures taken. Bro, don't have your picture taken. This should be something kept in secrecy. The jealousy this breeds is insane. And we've talked about this before in other like a Coffee the News announcement. We read cases about like people winning the lottery and shit. We one of them we read about the curse of the lottery. And a good chunk of people that have won end up spending all the money, or they end up doing like really bad investments. We read about one dude that won the lottery and he opened a meth lab. No joke. So, you know, I put the music back on. Yeah, it's luck. It's a very big amount of luck that has just been granted to you, but dude, with it, you have to pay the extra money. Just opt for not having your picture taken. In all those cases that we saw, like the lottery curse, dude, there had family members coming out of the woodworks that they had never heard about before in their whole life, asking them for money. They were buying like houses and shit for people that when they lost everything, these people weren't there for them. And let me tell you something, $1 million after taxes, she's probably gonna get like $800,000 or something. That's pretty good, especially in this day and age. I mean, 20 years ago, $800,000 would have been a whole lot more, but nonetheless, I mean, she could live a pretty comfortable life. If she moves from the country, she goes to a place where $1 to whatever currency that country holds, she can increase that money threefold. But just the fact that you took a picture and then you're smiling in the picture, that it's just that just like there's certain people that see that and they're like ka-ching ka-ching, and they're not gonna leave you alone unless you don't say shit. And I'm not the only one that has this opinion. I've read and seen plenty of TikTok videos of people of lawyers and shit explaining that the first thing you have to do if you ever win the lottery is you have to get an accountant. You have to get a lawyer, especially depending on the amount of money that you win. Obviously, if you make like 20, 30K, you don't really have to go through any of that. But if you make $1 million, or like recently that person that made $1 billion, mind you, that's before taxes. Uncle Sam still needs to get paid. Nonetheless, that person, if done correctly, is set for life, and future generations of her family are set for life. But that all depends on the steps that you take beforehand. Now, I'm not a lottery winner myself yet. Saying this here, yet. I mean, I still wouldn't tell you if I won it or not, but yet. But again, based off of those videos that I've seen, you gotta get a lawyer, gotta get an accountant. You have to get, you have to not do this and take the picture of you holding the check that says the amount of money that you just won. Bruh. That's why there's so many people that wear masks. They'll wear like a mask because nothing says that you can't put a costume on or anything. They go like full blown bunny suit and everything because, yeah, dude, you have to try to avoid anyone knowing that you have that amount of money, because people will dump their problems on you in a heartbeat. Over on True Crime, this was last year, but one of the True Crime episodes that we did, talked about one case. I forgot the name of the person, but he won the lottery. He won like $2 million, and in 2 years he was broke, dead. Also, was killed because they wanted the money, but he was completely broke. So yeah, it's all fine and dandy until you have that amount of money, and there's just people that go crazy, start buying shit and houses, and they start putting everyone around them, in better positions, and yeah, it's not infinite. It's a finite amount of money, and given inflation and how expensive things are right now, that money could go off really quickly. You could be broke quicker than 2 years if you would have won $2 million. Hell, a house in California is worth $800,000. So literally, this person would buy a house flat. That's it, the house, without anything else, without having money to be able to move things, without having money to. That's if she's not getting a mortgage or anything. She's like straight up paying for the house. She doesn't have any money left. No money for property tax. No money for anything. And that's here in California. It's a very expensive state. She lives in Massachusetts. Maybe she could be able to find something cheaper, but it's getting very expensive everywhere. And it's only certain states that have pockets of places that it's still affordable enough to live, but those places don't have jobs like that. So it's difficult. But in this case, yeah, if it's here in California, dude, she would have that whole check would have gone to a house, and she would not have been able to maintain it. So, moral of my rant is, dude, if you win, just keep it to yourself. Put a mask on, Put a disguise on. Put something on. Don't let other people know. Dude, don't even let your family members know. Maybe like your immediate family. That's like this. That you know for a fact that that's not going to leave that circle. Because one of the things that we read that day was about, it was like a daughter that had won the lottery, and her mom, she told her mom, and her mom told the whole family, and the whole family started like asking her for money and shit. And then, you know, it's family, you don't want to say no, especially if they're in a hard situation, and yeah, there goes that lottery money. Gotta be careful, dude. Money breeds, not so much money, greed breeds jealousy, and jealousy leads people to do crazy things sometimes. All right, a Massachusetts woman who scored $1 million in the Powerball jackpot said her numbers came from unusual sources: a convenience store and race cars. The Massachusetts State Lottery said Ray Ann Wentworth Caddio of Hadley was one of 3 $1 million winners in the state from the July 19th Powerball drawing. Wentworth, whose ticket bore the numbers 7, 11, 10, 13, 24, said the first 2 letters represented convenience store chain 7-Eleven, and the rest were numbers from some of her favorite race cars. Wentworth, who bought her ticket from the Pride Station and store on Russell Street in Hadley, said her $1 million prize will go toward buying a summer home. Dude. 7-Eleven, she didn't even play the numbers there. Isn't that something? It's so weird how this number system works sometimes. I buy like random. I have like when I ask for like lottery tickets, I ask them to just give me a ticket for whatever, like Mega Millions or Powerball, and just they give me the random numbers. And yeah, sometimes I think that the machine, it depends on the place where you're buying it from, gives a set of numbers that's in a range. I'll give you an example. So last place I bought lottery tickets at, all the numbers were within a range of like 20. So it was like 25, 24, 21, 29. It's like there's no variety in numbers there. So it just like, I feel like they are lowering people's chances with the automatic system, when it should be random, and it should pick numbers that are, or you would think that it would pick numbers that are like not in the same bracket. They're like jumped numbers. You get like a 10 and a 25 and a 7, for example, here, and 43, for example. So I am convinced that it's a trick. They're doing that shit on purpose so that people just don't win the lottery with the random numbers like that. Crazy. Again, keep it to yourself. Don't tell anyone. Don't say it. Don't post it. Don't post about it. Don't post anything about you having anything to do, especially if like if you've always been rich, okay, fine. You should give that money to charity. But if you're broke, and all of a sudden, and people know that you're broke, and all of a sudden you're driving a brand new Mercedes-Benz, come on now. People are gonna figure it out, even with you having to say anything. Be careful. Again, greed breeds jealousy. Jealousy breeds very, very fucked up, violent shit. And this is coming from someone that does true crime on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like today, I'll be live again at 6 p.m. That's at KASTrueCrime.com, and you can find the links in the description box or in the main profile of my YouTube channel. You'll see the 2 sub-channels there. It's the True Crime one, obviously, and you can click on notify me so you know when I'll go live today, and if you subscribe, it'll let you know when I go live every week. That's Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But yeah, we've seen plenty enough cases of situations like that. So you have been warned. You have been not warned. You have been advised. It's not a warning. It's been advised. Okay, but moving on to the next one. I like the randomness of all of these articles. UPI.com. This one says Ontario couple kiss after eating spicy peppers to break world record. July 25th, 2023 was when this was posted. Written by Ben Hopper. And it says, Hooper. July 25th, 2023, in Ontario, Canada, a couple ate spicy peppers and then locked lips for more than 15 minutes to break the Guinness World Record for the longest habanero pepper kiss. Wow, people are just breaking this world record left and right. London couple, Mike and Jamie Jack, ate a habanero each and then had to start kissing within 30 seconds to comply with Guinness World Records rules. They held their kiss for 15 minutes, 6.5 seconds, earning the record. The couple set their goal at 15 minutes because they will be celebrating their 15th anniversary this year. Mike Jack has several world records for eating spicy peppers. Jamie Jack said she practiced for the record by eating a habanero every day for about a month. It's crazy. Wouldn't that end up hurting your, not only your taste buds, but wouldn't that create? It's an extremely spicy pepper, so it's not like hot sauce or something like that. And if you're eating that every day, I'm wondering if that could have caused some type of burning on her throat and not actual the burning sensation, but it actually burned through a little bit of her throat. Did you never know? The couple said practice is an extremely important part of setting the record. Make sure you can handle the heat of the peppers before attempting a record like this, Mike Jack told Guinness World Records. You don't want to throw up into someone else's mouth. Jeez. I mean, he is true. He is right. There's no lie there detected whatsoever. Let's see if there's a video of maybe it or maybe the person eating those spicy peppers. Okay, this is not the video. I may not leave the whole thing, but it seems interesting. It says a spicy eating challenge, world record jalapeno eating attempt. This is a little old. This is from 2019, but let's see what happens. I'm curious.
It's alive!
Ooh, what? No. Too loud.
Baby, we live. How this all started. Back in 2007, I went out to a Mexican food restaurant on Cinco de Mayo and ended up making it into the Guinness World Records for eating jalapenos. Rarely have I met my match until this young lady walked into my life. Why are you so good at eating hot stuff?
Because where we grew up, wait a minute, she said I got to speak louder, because I spent my childhood in a wild hood. Right. And that was spicy stuff you're talking, yeah, it sound good.
All right.
But we eat hot chips.
So here are the rules.
It's nothing.
60 seconds on the clock. We have to eat whole, raw jalapeno peppers, and let's see how many we can eat in 60 seconds. I did 11.
Can I be honest real quick? I'm a little intimidated.
I'm a little scared too. Hold on. Can I show you something?
Yeah.
They say size doesn't matter, but in this competition it does.
Hey, what's
going on there?
Don't be worried about me.
Damn, what is up with the sound though? Sorry, I didn't take the music off.
So, your official judge is Walt Gray, ladies and gentlemen. Walt, what are the rules?
The rules, there's one rule. Eat.
I'm surprised because this is ABC, so normally they can afford to have better audio. It sounds like this was recorded on a phone, but a really bad, cheap phone, and I don't understand.
Now and stop talking. Here we go.
Why would they even post this with this audio like that?
No, let me know when you want the countdown. Let me know when you're ready for the countdown.
But damn it, I am curious.
You crazy.
Kind of want to know who wins now.
Just starting, you're going to be useless to somebody. All right, are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I cannot believe you're doing this.
Come on. Stems 2? Go, Kristen. Go, Martha's killing it. 51 seconds. It's 1 minute.
Oh, damn. 1 minute. Oh, my God.
Just swallow him.
Oh, MSA. Somebody get him a napkin or a towel. No. Do you have a napkin or no? He's not allowed. 35 seconds. 35.
Plug your nose.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kirsten Baby Home. You chewing a lot of chewing and not enough eating.
Yeah, don't shoot, just swallow.
25.
25 seconds left.
20 seconds, Marcus Allen, who has a sizable lead. A sizable lead.
Oh, girl. Oh, my gosh. The crowd is
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
10
Don't
seconds.
do it. I think Mark's going to hold his record.
Yeah, dabbing. All right. 3,
Mark's
2,
holding the record.
1. That's it. Game is over. Wow. That sure was impressive.
Lame. Please, I know Mexican people that would have eaten that whole plate. The jalapenos, bro, they would have eaten that shit in a heartbeat. Person would have probably sitting there like, where's the next plate? What's happening? They took too long to eat it. Plus, his jalapenos were a lot bigger than hers. So, I definitely feel like he kind of had a bit of a disadvantage there, but he still won, I think. He ate more than you did.
Difference here. Shall I count peppers, so to speak?
Yes.
Right.
There was 12. Let me get a necklace.
Okay, Marcus Allen, 3 peppers remaining, a total of 9 peppers consumed. Well played, Marcus Allen.
I did not break my record.
Kirsten Holmes, who had how many? 9 peppers?
She had 12 on
She
the
had
plate.
12, and she has remaining 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A consumption of 3 peppers.
Let me talk about this real quick.
3 peppers to 9 peppers. I'm not very good at math. No. You tell me you
Listen,
No, wait.
the thing is, mixing it with something else when you're eating is, I think, would make a lot more sense than when you're eating it straight up, like just the pepper that has that whole spice on it. Yeah, dude. It would have been a little bit more logical that he would have won because he already won the whole eating jalapenos as many as possible challenge beforehand, so he had that advantage. They do another one here apparently, which is the fried chicken challenge. Let's see how that goes.
Oh, you should try one.
She and I are going to see The Intruder later on. It's The Intruder in our belly.
Oh, no, you not.
What's going on over here?
You're jet powered now.
When Ron said, you're going to be useless later, I was thinking about my whole weekend. I can't sacrifice a weekend, baby. I'm going to let you have that. Oh, Jesus.
So, Kirsten, you've done
crazy.
well in these competitions before, but how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling like I'm going to have a real normal day, and you might not.
Exactly. We're going to go see The Intruder a little bit later on. I'll be getting up every 5 minutes.
And I'm going to make it through the entire movie A-okay. But, hey, check this out. That was the first time we ate something where my mouth is burning right now. Thank you.
We did that. Walt, what do you like to eat? Let's do a competition sometime.
Fried chicken.
I'll take you in some fried chicken. Yeah?
Okay, tough guy, let's do it.
I loved it. Hey, give Kirsten a big round of applause. And all of these...
I'm excited.
Lame. Plus, I couldn't do the audio anymore. That's it. Oh shit, let's see this one real quick. So it says, the fastest time to eat 3 Carolina Reaper chilies.
Hey, I'm Mike Jack. Today, I'm going to be attempting the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to eat 3 Carolina Reaper peppers. Carolina Reapers are the hottest pepper in the world, according to Guinness World Records.
Let's see. Okay. I guess it is. So, well, they have it at number 2 here, and this is peppergeek.com. The hottest peppers in the world. This was updated March 30th, 2023. At number 1 is the Primotali pepper. Okay, so it says, although there was no official Scoville rating, Scoville is the different levels that peppers have. And listen, I only know this because of the hot ones, because they have like the Scoville with each every time they try like one of the spices, one of the bottles. basically. I'm sorry, I got distracted with the cat. Dude. He starts doing it and he gets insistent until I open the door. He's already done this 3 times. Nonetheless. So Primotali pepper, some of the world's most experienced chili heads claim it is the hottest they have ever tasted. The Primotali is a cross between the 7-Pot Primo and Fatali pepper varieties. It says if you're looking for the hottest pepper you can experience, you'll have to try growing your own Primotali plants. It says the seeds are available, though we find them a bit more difficult to grow than any other super hot types. So I guess the Carolina Reaper, which is a 2,200,000 in the Scoville meter. I guess it could be considered the most spiciest one, the hottest one, because of its accessibility, as opposed to the one that is actually number 1, the Primotali pepper, because it's not as available as the Carolina Reaper. It says that the current Guinness World Record holder for the world's hottest pepper is the Carolina Reaper pepper, which we just read. It showed an average of 1,641,183 SHUs on the Scoville scale, with individual peppers reaching over 2,500,000 SHUs. Given its official status, the Carolina Reaper is technically the hottest pepper in the world. Not only does it look evil, but it packs some of the most intense heat we have ever tried. Wow. Okay, so there's some controversy behind this pepper. Shit. The history of the Carolina Reaper is not without controversy. Troy Premio of Primo's peppers bred the 7-Pot Primo variety from Trinidad capsicum Chinese peppers. The Primo pepper is a strikingly similar pepper to the Reaper. It is also rumored that Smoking Ed received early seeds from the stabilized Primo pepper plants. Could it be that the Reaper is just a poorly alterated 7-Pot Primo pepper with a different name? Jeez. No one can be sure, but either way, the Carolina Reaper is the name people know and recognize. The Reaper is also said to be far less stable in terms of pod shape and size, while the 7-Pot Primo has more consistency. Troy also worked at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette's horticultural department, giving him some serious credentials in plant breeding. Shit. Number 3 is Trinidad Moruga Scorpion with 2 million plus SHUs. Wow, that is crazy talk. This one has an average Scoville rating of 1,200,000 SHUs, and the Moruga Scorpion easily outshines the ghost pepper. I'm sorry, just give me one. I can't do it anymore. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Jeez. Okay. Number 4, we have the chocolate bootla. 2 million SHUs. This one was once considered the hottest pepper on earth. The chocolate bootla has a sinister appearance and a ferocious heat. It is also a very large pepper, meaning with each pepper there is more flesh to carry capsaicin. Wow. Okay, so don't be fooled by the name as a word. Chocolate only refers to the appearance of the peppers, not the taste. Number 5, 7-Pot Primo. You know, I can see why they said that it could be just that the Carolina Reaper is a copy of the 7-Pot Primo that we just saw right now, because they look a lot alike. I mean, the resemblance is striking. Look, even has a little thing on the bottom and everything. This is the Carolina Reaper. And this is the other one, the 7-pot Primo. Look, has a little thing at the bottom. Of course, I could only imagine the comparisons. All right, number 6 is 7-pot Brain Strain at 1,350,000 SHUs. That's fucking crazy, dude. Wow, there's people that love their food with all this crazy talk. Number 7 is the Jolokia Ghost Pepper. So the ghost pepper was crowned the world's hottest pepper in 2007. It's obviously not number 1 anymore. I'll tell you that much. Number 8 is Red Savina Habanero Pepper. This is like I guess this is the common. Oh no. Okay, no, if you have tried habanero, you'll have a rough idea of how hot the Red Savina is. Listen. I just want to put something out there. I come from Dominican Republic. We don't do spicy food like that. It's not something common back home. Albeit there's people that love spicy food. I personally, and many people that I know, we were not raised eating spicy food like that. It's not part of our cuisine. It's something that it's just an acquired taste. Having said that, moving from Dominican Republic to California, in my opinion, the biggest culture shock was a lot of the food here in California. When you go to restaurants, are cooked with spice. They have some type of spice in it. You know, you go to a Mexican restaurant, the majority of the things have some type of spicy to it. If you go to any Asian restaurant, the majority of the place, especially like Thai food and Vietnamese food, they have a lot of spicy food. A lot of the plates that they have some sort of spice to it. So, coming from somewhere that does not fuck with spice like that, or like spicy things and spicy food, it was hard getting used to the cuisine here. But dude, now I fucking love spicy food. Not to this degree of eating peppers like this or anything related to peppers that would ruin the taste of the food, but that balance between like that spicy hotness to the actual flavor of the food, that you can taste the other ingredients, bro, that's what's up. And I've gotten used to it. It's an acquired taste. You know, my Mexican brothers and sisters and a lot of Latin American brothers and sisters, that is a completely different story. Because Mexicans are like born with like spicy food like right there next to them. And it's just, I used to work with a Mexican dude, and he would like he'd order a slice of pizza. He'd put like he'd cover the whole thing with jalapenos. He'd put like sriracha, green tapatio sauce. He'd put the red tapatio sauce, and homie was like sweating, and he would still put more spice on that. That is crazy. So yeah, their tolerance for spicy food is pretty high. Pretty high. Mine is maybe like low to medium. I still need to enjoy the food. I need to be able to taste all the other ingredients. But if all I get is that spiciness to it and it's overwhelming my experience with food, listen, even if you're eating a plate of grapes, it's an experience. You only live once. Every moment in your life is an experience. So if you're gonna have me go through an experience like that and it's just complete spicy and I can't taste anything else of it, then you're out of luck with me, because I wouldn't be the best person to want to eat spicy food with. I enjoy it up until a certain point. My wife does not like spicy food at all. I mean, she likes sriracha. She'll do certain things here and there, but like continuously eating spicy food, nah. We don't roll like that. Alright, but let's check out this video of fastest time to eat 3 Carolina Reaper chilies. It's a Guinness World Records YouTube channel.
This one's got a crazy reaper tail on it. This is attempt number 12, I believe. So, yeah. Let's get her done this time.
Mind you, this is him. Homie right there. How do I know? Because he has himself on his t-shirt. Smart person right there. I'm going to be doing the same thing too. Soon enough. And he has himself there too.
Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, swallow, 5, 6, 7, 8. What was the record?
Oh yeah, record was 10.9. I did it! I finally did it! Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he did it all right.
It feels so good, but it hurts so bad at the same time. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Finally! I was really concentrating on opening my throat wide this time. Oh. Oh. I think that's what did it. This is Guinness record number 4. Oh.
Raise it up. That's it.
Oh. My eyes are crying. But I'm happy on the inside. Damn. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bro. I'm curious. I asked Google, can you die from eating spicy peppers? Let's see what it says. So, we're going to read from NBCnews.com. Damn it. Oh, here we go. Perfect. NBCnews.com. This was published... Well, this is really old. This is from October, and I'm not going to read something from 2011. That's not going to happen. Okay. This is from HowStuffWorks.com. Can Ghost Peppers Kill You? Written by Laurie L. Dove. This was written January 11th, 2021, at least. A little bit closer to our current time here. That picture right there we're seeing is the Boot Jolokia pepper, also known as ghost pepper. Okay, so some people just love jalapenos, raw or pickled, on just about any kind of food, any time of day. Each time you chew a jalapeno pepper, you're releasing a spicy heat that measures 2,500 to 5,000 units on the Scoville heat scale. Copy this bit right here. But eating a ghost pepper, or Boot Jolokia, takes the heat to a whole new level. And a painful level at that. The Scoville scale is used to measure the heat of chili peppers and foods made with chili peppers, such as hot sauce. During the measurement process, capsaicin oil is extracted from a pepper and assigned an intensity rating that can range from 0 to millions of Scoville units. A green bell pepper, for example, has a Scoville rating of 0, while the ghost pepper tips the scale at more than 1 million units. It was the first pepper to measure so high, and we just read that the Carolina Reaper is 2,500,000 plus SHUs on the Scoville scale. Wow, that's even saying it is weird. Holy crap! When you bite into a ghost pepper, your mouth feels heat in the most extreme way. Your tongue's receptors register the intensity of the pepper and relay that information to your brain, which interprets the pepper as a burning, pain-inducing interloper. This causes a chain reaction in your body as the capsaicin in the ghost pepper initiates widespread tissue inflammation and begins to wreak havoc on your nerve endings, dilating blood vessels and making you feel hot all over. Suddenly, you're too hot. Your body is staging a violent protest. But to what extent? Could eating ghost peppers cause your demise? Yes, you could die from ingesting ghost peppers. In fact, researchers have determined a 150 pound, which is a 68 kilogram person, would need to eat 3 pounds, 1.3 kilograms of dried and powdered capsaicin-rich peppers like the ghost pepper to die. They base their findings on results extrapolated from similar studies that measure capsaicin's toxic effects on animals. Damn, they gave that shit to animals, bro. I saw a video of a dog that ate a bag of the hot Cheetos, and dude, that was so sad to see. Poor little dog, man. He didn't know where to put his face. It's like I have never seen a dog make so many, like, call it facial expressions. Dude, his eyes were twitching and everything. And yeah, and that's just like a bag of like those hot Cheetos. Could you imagine like a dog or a cat eating like a ghost pepper or something? Bro, that is insane. Well, side note here, but this was a very long time ago, probably like 15, 20 years ago. During my younger days, if you want to call it that. Jesus, fuck, this sounds so weird. I had a friend that she had a little dog, a little Chihuahua, and we went to it's like a beach town back in Dominican Republic, just a large group of friends and whatnot, dude, and someone gave that dog mushrooms, and that dog was never the same. A switch flipped in that dog's head, and it never acted like a normal dog after that. It was so sad to see. Very irresponsible. Very irresponsible. I wasn't part of that group, so I only saw it from the outside, but that was very crazy to see. I only mentioned that because of the fact that they're giving this to animals to test out. It's crazy. The good news for spice lovers is that your body would give up long before you reached a deadly level of capsaicin ingestion. The pain and inflammation would be too much to bear. Capsaicin is debilitating to the eyes and airways. That's why pepper spray is an effective defense weapon. Makes sense? At 2 million Scoville heat units, pepper spray can stop an attacker in his or her tracks. In India, the ghost pepper's country of origin, the Defense Research and Development Organization once even made grenades with the powerful Bhut Jolokia. They had to give them up as the chili powder was susceptible to fungal rot. That's the only reason why they weren't making the grenades anymore with ghost peppers, just because it was rotting. In 2016, a man taking part in an eating contest ate a ghost pepper and felt an intense burning in the mouth. He drank 6 glasses of water to cool off. One of the worst things you can do when you've had too much pepper. Milk is a better choice, which is why a lot of the times you see people take milk to the hot ones. He vomited so much that he tore a hole in his esophagus. He was rushed to hospital where doctors found out his left lung collapsed. The man spent 23 days in the hospital and was sent home with a gastric tube, according to a report in the Journal of Emergency Medicine. Damn. Holy shit. Still, this seems to be a rare case. So why do some people seem to handle the heat of ghost peppers better than others? It's a nurtured ability, scientists believe. Over time, capsaicin kills pain receptors in the mouth, and eventually, peppers that are excruciating to the uninitiated are simply a pleasant heat to others. Aha! We have discovered the secret behind the host of the Hot Ones. Because that's it, he killed all of the pain receptors in his mouth. He feels nothing. That's why he can do the bomb and not feel a thing and continue on with the conversation and asking questions and shit. It's because of that. It's because he figured out that once you eat it plenty of times, you won't feel a thing in your mouth anymore. Holy shit. Oh, that is crazy. Well, good for him, dude. Good for this dude. Breaking a world record. Good for his wife for enduring that kiss with him. Hey, man. Love is love. That's what's up. Move on to the next story. It says Falcon rescued from inside Maine toy store. UPI.com, written by Ben Hooper, I guess. July 25th, 2023. And it says police in Maine responded to a toy store where a peregrine falcon chasing a pigeon ended up trapped inside the store. The Ellsworth Police Department said in a Facebook post that an officer responding to a big hawk inside the kiddo toy store downtown arrived to find the raptor. Actually, a peregrine falcon was looking out a window in an apparent search for a means of escape. I've never had anything like that before. Dogs, sure, cats and dogs, but I've never had to go after a bird, especially not a falcon. Officer Zachary Chandler told WVII-TV. Store workers said that the bird of prey ended up inside the store while pursuing a pigeon. Chandler was able to wrangle the falcon and release it safely outside. News was pretty slow in Maine that day, huh? When was this? July 25th, yesterday? And not much happened in Maine. Alright, let's see this video.
This toy store received an unexpected guest on Sunday when a large bird flew inside. And to the surprise of Ellsworth PD and the owner, it turned out to be a peregrine falcon.
Not something you expect. It's not really, you don't get trained in the academy for that. I think I laughed and said 10-4 in the same breath, so.
According to a statement made by the Ellsworth Police Department, they received a call from Kiddo's Toy Store in downtown Ellsworth informing them that what they thought was a big hawk had flown into the store.
I haven't had anything like that before. Dogs, sure. Cats and dogs, but never had to go after a bird, especially not a falcon.
2 officers were dispatched to the scene where they assisted the owner in removing it. Ellsworth PD determined upon arrival it was no hawk. According to members of the staff, the falcon was chasing after a pigeon that flew inside, and it was right here on these streets where the owner and Ellsworth PD released it.
It's pretty awesome. There's, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 people gathered around outside just watching it. Super thankful for the help of the owner climbing up there and grabbing it, and glad no one got hurt, and glad the falcon is safe.
And it is certainly a day that this store won't forget. In Ellsworth, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7, and Fox 22 News.
Yeah, I bet they took a picture of the falcon and put it on the wall or something. It's a memorable day for this Maine toy store. Wow. There's one that caught my eye. It might be a little old, though. Well, not oldish, but lioness defies gravity to escape 7 male lions. UPI.com. This was written by Mohammed Kathrada. This is from latestsightings.com. And it says, the lioness climbed the highest tree around to escape the love interest of 7 male lions that were after her. Rosa Swart, a seasoned wildlife enthusiast, had this extraordinary experience during one of her annual visits to the park. She shared her story and images with latestsightings.com. Sure. I don't mind if I do. When we were working and could only go to Kruger once a year for 3 weeks, we would leave the camp at gate opening time and return at gate closing time. They were long, hot, tiring days, but we couldn't miss a minute of not being out looking for animals. After 2 weeks of early starts, endless preparations, and non-stop exploration, I finally felt the exhaustion creeping in. I decided that following morning I would enjoy a well-deserved lion and skip the morning safari drive. Little did I know that fate had other plans in store for me. Despite my firm decision to stay back at the camp, my husband convinced me otherwise. Playfully teasing me, he warned that he might encounter something extraordinary, like a lion up a tree. These words were all it took to change my mind. I couldn't resist the temptation of missing out on a potentially remarkable sighting, and in an instant, I was ready to head out once again. We had been driving on the S-28 heading south when we approached a tall, straight tree. My eyes widened in amazement. There, perched right at the top of the tree, was a lioness. To my surprise, beneath the tree, not one, not two, but 7 male lions lay in wait. The lioness was an estrus, and in her desperate attempt to escape the relentless males, she had taken refuge at the top of the tree. After some time, the lioness became uncomfortable and agitated. She eventually decided to jump down from the high tree. As soon as the lioness touched the ground, the male lions chased her. We were not able to see how things had ended. The lioness ran into the thick undergrowth and disappeared out of sight, with the 7 very excited, that's not to say horny, male lions right on her tail. Shit. Drama. Oh, shit. Oh, too bad they don't have a video, but they do have still images. And, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At first glance, if you look at the picture, it kind of looks fake, but no, yeah, it's an actual picture. Or I hope so. Okay, so this is her on top of the tree, and all the males in the bottom just looking at her. Holy shit. Yep, she jumps off, makes a run for it, while they all stood up in unison. Right. Damn, not one video, huh? Let's see. Learn map. Ooh, that looks gruesome. But yeah, my curiosity has me curious. Oh shit, yeah, there is a video. Okay. This website seems pretty interesting. I've never been here before. It's latestsightings.com. What brought us here was the story of the lioness and the 7 horny male lions. This one's 2 crocodiles chase 3 cheetahs off buck. Holy shit. There's a video of it. Let's check out this video real quick. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger so that we can all enjoy it together. I think that should be good right there. Oh shit, the drama.
Got it.
Oh shit. They're on the run. Sorry. Uh-oh. Cheetahs were able to get the water buck, but the alligator saw him. Oh shit. Bro, nature gives 2 shits about our feelings. Don't fucking care. Nature is metal. Very interesting Instagram account. If you don't follow them, not for the faint of heart. Very, very bloody. I mean, obviously here we can see nature at work, but they show things that are quite disturbing, but it's all animals and stuff. It's the reality of nature. Damn. That water buck did not stand a chance. And you can't hear that. You can't hear. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Ooh, drama. This is mine. The alligator's hungry. The alligator's like, listen. Yeah, I need to share this food. Cheetahs are like, nope. It's not happening. Oh, shit. Dude, that alligator is ballsy. Ballsy. Very audacious. Oh. Damn, the cheetahs were like, fuck it. You keep it. Oh shit, we got a second one too. I don't know. I'd say like warning graphic, but it's. I mean, nature is nature is extremely graphic. So unless you're living under a rock or something, yeah, dude, that's how nature goes. That's how it works. Oh shit! The cheetah. Look how close he is to the other alligator. Is he gonna attack him? Oh shit. Oh, that cheetah's ballsy. Oh shit, look at him. Yep. That's no longer yours, my cheetah friend. That belongs to the alligators now because the family's there. Crazy. Let's see. Wow, so these are all like animal fights. Oh, abandoned baby buck gets attacked by eagles. Nah, man, that sounds horrible. Oh shit, I wonder if this is like Nature is Metal's other website or something. Look, these crocodiles are ballsy. Oh shit. Oh, listen to this one. Tiger hunts crocodile but gets attacked instead. LatestSightings.com, written by Mohammed Kathrada, published July 13th, 2023. Tell me you have a video. Tell me you have a video. Yes. Yes. Alright. Again, tiger hunts crocodile but gets attacked instead. Okay, this one's short. Oh shit. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Stop moving the camera, dude. Oh shit, the brawl. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Yeah, that tiger. Yeah, there's no way that tiger would have stood a chance against those two crocodiles. Nah, there's no possible way. Mind you, tigers they're really powerful. Very powerful, but that thick armor that crocodiles have, I don't know, it's gonna be really hard to try to kind of like penetrate through that. And the crocodiles, it's crocodiles, gators, and I forgot what the other one was, but it's three of the sort of the same species, or the same species, are the ones that have the fastest PSI when it comes to their jaws, so they can open and close the fastest in the world. So by the time you realize they have a crocodile in front of you, it's already like chomping on one of your limbs. Oh shit. This brave crocodile tries to steal an entire buffalo from a very hungry and angry lioness and her little cubs. Shit. We're Where's the video? Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, so we see the gator. You can tell, sorry. Gator's right here. Obviously, you can see the tiger right on top. And the little cub was the one that just like walked across together with the lion. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Is it because the volume is down? Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh. Dude, those lions are pissed. It's like, bro, what you doing eating my food? I went through all the trouble of hunting this. Uh-oh. Got both the lions. Dude, look at the size of that lioness, man. You don't want to mess with something like that. I mean, those cubs are cute. Look at them, but you don't want to mess with any of that shit. Oh, rip your arm off in a heartbeat. You don't even notice. Okay. Let's see if we can find another one. Oh, no. But it's nature. It says a lion cub bitten by snakes struggles to keep up with mother. That's how it is. Wow, there's so many fights between like leopards and like lions and stuff against crocodiles. Oh shit. Goose drowns rival that attacks family. Listen. Latestsites.com, the titles that you're putting to these articles and for the videos are just like right on point. It's like I feel like I'm reading a true crime case. This was published by admin, I guess, July 8th, 2023. It's a rival goose that lands in the wrong pond is forced to fight for a place in the pond when the dominant goose attacks him. Hey man, those goose are like, they're for real. You gotta watch out with them. We're strictly just sticking to the videos because it's a lot more interesting. And the beauty of these videos is they don't have copyright music on them, so we can enjoy it without having to worry about repercussions when it comes to like copyright infringements and shit. Whatever. Alright. That's it. Well, I wonder if the water, like, is like originally that color, if it's just because of like climate change, or if there's like what's happening. But wow, it really is drowning them. Oh shit. Vicious, you can see it. He has it right in his head and he's just like drowning it. What? Oh no, but why? Damn. Dude, he's still at it too. Hey, what'd that bird do to you? Because it fell in the wrong pond. Damn. Wrong place at the wrong time. Damn, it popped its head off. Like, it popped its head out of the water and pushed it right back down. Damn it, he's still at it too. He's trying to get away. Bro, that sucks, dude. And the thing is, we as humans, we have empathy. We have like conscious, and we're able to distinguish, I don't know, for the most part, between right and wrong. It's not everyone, but for the most part, that's what distinguishes us between like the animal kingdom and you know, human beings. We're able to differentiate. But I remember an interview that they did to someone that worked at National Geographic. They explained that they don't do anything when they see like they don't meddle when it comes to nature, because that's how the animal kingdom works. You know, we feel empathy, and we feel like, oh my god, like this is happening, like why is that happening, or whatever, because we equate it to like human beings, and you know, the treatment between each other and whatnot. But in reality, the animal kingdom and like nature they're completely different, with a completely different set of rules. And what you may think is, I'll give you an example. We saw the lions that were hunting the water bison. You know, seeing it from the perspective of a human being, you would think like, oh, lions, they're killing that innocent animal, this and that. But I mean, the way the animal kingdom works, you know, that is that's the food that the cubs need to eat to be able to grow, and it all connects. So that's why they don't meddle or interfere with things, and that's a lot of things that you see on National Geographic and like Discovery Channel, or like this website that we're seeing right now, or so. It seems like it's really like violent, or there's some sort of like ulterior motive to what they're doing and whatnot, like the animals, but it's not. It's just instinct and nature, and it's just how the flow of things work, and some are prey, some are predators, and yeah, all we can do is see it as spectators from the outside and learn about all these things, and you know, just see it. But yeah, you don't meddle with it, because you don't know. I'll give an example of what happens when human beings meddle in the animal kingdom. For example, and I mentioned it here before when we were talking about Yosemite at some point. You can't feed the bears. Humans, you can't feed bears, because that creates this dependency from part of the bears, and the end result is that they're put down. You as a human being are not put down for that action, but the animal is. And if you think about it, that's just it's a human being meddling in things that have to do with like nature, and you know, don't feed the bear so the bear doesn't, you know, bother you, basically. But people don't seem to understand that, and that's just like one example of thousands that exist. So yeah, that's why you see people that record shit, and you know, it's just not a matter of butting into what nature has already established, but just like I said, see it, admire it, and try to get out of the way. Maybe not have any of those animals want to attack you specifically. Okay, let's see. Oh shit. Let's see this one. It says, baboons hang on to bridge for dear life to avoid lions. Written by Mohammed Kathrada, published June 20th, 2023 from latestsightings.com. I'll read we'll see this video, and then we'll go on to the last article I'll read from upi.com, and or maybe I'll read something from Good News Network just to end the stream. But we will definitely be watching this video. Again, baboons hang on to bridge for dear life to avoid lions. Oh shit, yep. They didn't lie with the title. Yeah, they look hungry and confused. Where did my prey go? Where are these monkeys? Oh shit. Animals are like baboons are like, fuck it. Not today, lion. Not today. I remember going to Costa Rica, and it was such a weird thing to see. But when you're driving, I was driving from one point to another, and you would see the monkeys all on the telephone poles and all the like wires and stuff, and they would just like hang out there, watching and judging you. I think someone is trying to scare the lions away, trying to save the baboons. They're gonna wait it out. They have time. They have time, and they have the agility to be able to get themselves out of the situation.
The other side. So they're safe where they are. I mean, the lions can't get there, but it's a problem. They can't. I don't think they can go across that pillar. So there's not much. Can be quite a long wait for them now.
Look at the. I wonder if the lion can see him from there. I don't think so, because that space right here, I think it's this part of the bridge is too deep into it. So if the lioness looks down, can't really see anything. But dude, nonetheless. That baboon is ballsy. He's like, you bitches couldn't get me. That was pretty dope. Damn, nature is metal. Alrighty, we'll read our last one for the day. Let's see. Okay, we'll end it with this one. It says a bear temporarily escapes enclosure at Mississippi Zoo. UPI.com, written by Ben Hooper, published July 25th, 2023. This one says, an Asiatic black bear escaped from its enclosure at a Mississippi zoo when a door was mistakenly left open. Horrible. Ison Harris, the director of the Jackson Parks and Recreation Department, should be firing some people soon, because that's not acceptable. Especially well, I guess a black bear would be the lead on the scale of bears, because the grizzlies are way worse. It says Ison Harris said the bear named Miko was able to leave through the door when workers cleaning the animal's enclosure failed to properly shut it. As they were leaving, they shut the door, but apparently the door didn't secure properly. Once the keepers left, the Asiatic bear then pushed open the door and, after eating, walked up and down the back hall of the service area within the enclosure, Harris told WAPT-TV. We called for a code red. They were able to walk Miko back to his normal spot. Okay, so it wasn't that bad. He was still inside of the, I guess, zoo, but he only escaped where he was enclosed. I thought the bear had escaped. It was roaming around the streets of Mississippi. I think that's the last thing Mississippi needs at this moment. Shout out Mississippi. Major Chokwe Antar Lumumba said the bear was never a danger to zoo visitors. The bear was never walking out in the zoo. There are no animals unaccounted for. There are no people that are unaccounted for. There are layers of security within the bear enclosure, and the bear got past one of those layers before the issue was identified, Lumumba told WLBT-TV, and he was then redirected into the place he needed to be. The incident was reported to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Damn. Major Lumumba was not having this and not trying to get this to go all the way to the Department of Agriculture. Alright, we'll watch this last video and we'll end the stream for today.
A bear at the Jackson Zoo got out of its enclosure. This happened last week. The Parks and Rec director said caretakers did not properly close the gate, Officials say Miko, the Asiatic black bear, escaped and was found in the back service area, but never got out of the secure area where he lives.
On the next inspection, we called for a code red. They were able to walk Miko back to his normal spot. He was never out of the enclosure. No staff or customers were in danger at any time.
The city reported the incident to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The Jackson Zoo recently welcomed the young bear after it was found abandoned.
Holy shit. Sorry about that. Wow, that was loud. Well, this is wonderful. Yay. I'm so happy to be in front of a camera. Especially doing the Coffee News and Us again. I missed it so much. I mean, soon enough, your boy will be having to work. So, like I said, I'll probably be moving Coffee the News and Us to Fridays and Saturdays. I will keep True Crime on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Maybe later. I'll probably do like 7:30. But I will move it to Coffee the News and Us to Friday and Saturday. And I will extend True Crime to Mondays as well. But again, probably have to be like 8 p.m. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm still working on it. I will keep you informed and updated. Just to join the Discord, and you will get all that information there. And I'll post when I'll start working and whatnot. I am looking for active chatters for Discord. Link is in the description box or in the about section of this live stream if you're watching me on Twitch. Let's have a conversation. Let's watch some stuff. We watched episode 4 and 5 of Secret Invasion yesterday. Dude, let's watch some other stuff. Let's watch a movie. There's plenty of horror movies out there. It could be any type of movie. Fine. But leaning more towards horror movies. There's a whole bunch that we can watch together. There's documentaries, science, space. So join the Discord, King Angel Show. Love to have you there. Say hi in the general chat. You can follow me over on TikTok, King Angel Show as well. Here's the handle right here. Or if you want, you can scan this QR code and it will take you to my link tree that has all my social media links and the links for other platforms I use for live streams, for King Angel Show and for True Crime. Speaking of which, I will be live again today, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for King Angel Show True Crime. We'll be reading through True Crime Daily. It's a whole bunch of different cases that have happened. It's a week's worth of cases, so there's going to be a lot for us to indulge in when it comes to the true crime world. Warning, obviously, there are plenty of topics, plenty of articles that I'll be reading from True Crime Daily that are trigger warnings. So I would definitely, if you're not interested in the topic, which is completely understandable. There's plenty of people that don't like true crime. Coffee the News and Us is the place to be. It's as positive as it can be, more informative than anything else. I guess I would want to say, call it that. But yeah, either here or true crime, you pick your poison. I probably have a video about it. Check out the Terracotta Army videos that I did. You can, if you're a Patreon member, you have access to the full episode. But I do have some clips I extracted from that live stream posted on YouTube. So check it out. It's very interesting. Extremely interesting topic. Would highly recommend you to check it out. If not, just look for a documentary or read about it on Google. It's really interesting, especially the way it was discovered. Hell yeah, I'm surprised there's not a movie about it. Oops, did I just give Hollywood an idea? I stand with the strikers, so it's not gonna happen. I do stand with the strikers, though, 100%. People gotta get paid. Bruh, the situation that we're living in right now, the corporations, we need to end this crap. This gap in wealth and this ridiculousness, it needs to stop. When is it gonna end? Where are we gonna end? What's the end goal of this whole shit? You know how dumb you have to be to have all this money and be in power? But if people don't have money, like, what power do you think you have? Bro, it's Stupid motherfuckers. Alright, I'm out. I'm hungry. You guys have a very wonderful day. Remember, I'm on Patreon, $2 a month. I have a 7-day free trial going on now. Check it out. If you like it, you can remain a member. Again, $2 a month. You get a whole bunch of benefits. I'm on Threads, TikTok. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I have a Medium account too as well. I post some stuff there too. Dude, I'm everywhere. I'm trying to branch out as much as possible and get this show on the road. Not literally, but on the online road. Alright, you guys have a very wonderful day. I'm hungry. I said I can't do it anymore. It's already 1 p.m. here. Have a very wonderful day. Thank you very much for being here. The person that followed me, Scortlet. I guess I'm sorry if I'm butchering your username. Thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate it. Anyone else that was watching, lurking, I really appreciate it. I will see you later on today, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for some true crime. Take it easy. Have a great day. See you later. This is the King Angel Show. I'm King Angel, a San Francisco Bay Area live streamer and content creator here on YouTube and Twitch. Also Facebook. Soon on TikTok too. Let's fucking go.